Good evening, friends, and welcome to our online virtual Holy Week devotion time. My name is Pastor Catherine, and I greet you on this day, Good Friday, as we continue to journey through Holy Week together and move ever closer to Easter and the promise of resurrection hope. Today, we sit with the heaviness and the uncertainty that this day holds. I invite you to settle back and hear our reflection for this evening. Today is one of the gray areas of the Christian year, a day when the lights are dimmed and the sky feels overcast even if it isn't. A day when theologians and poets feel as if a heavy veil is drawn over heart and mind. An inexplicably sad day. We resist the gray areas, prefer to see everything in black and white, look for cloudless, sunny skies, try not to read between the lines, throw in a bright color or two to try and enliven the scene. In the gray light of early morning, after a night in the ecclesiastical high court and denial by one of his own circle, Jesus found himself at the gates of the reluctant Pilate, who promptly tried to hand him back to the Jews. And though the sun rose that morning, the whole world turned gray for one who found himself without friend or helper, faced with drinking a cup he'd prayed would be turned away from him, knowing that life was about to be drained out of him. We are invited to accompany Jesus through this gray day, to be witnesses to his suffering, to keep silence before his cry of derogation. In our imaginations, let us trudge through Jerusalem until we come to the place of the cross, and then let us not turn our faces away. In this gray day lie all the sorrows and failings of a humanity that strives for high success, yet comes up against human limitations and falls to the ground in despair. A humanity whose peace plans give way to guns and whose political promises become papers in filing cabinets. Here is a day marked by the brokenness of the world. But it is not a day to wallow in misery or to indulge in morbid thoughts about the crucifixion. It is simply a somber, dignified day when we remember how it was for Jesus and find at the foot of the cross a place to lay down ours and the world's sorrow. On gray days, it is hard to see clearly, difficult to understand things that aren't clear. Yet all we are asked to do today is to be present to the sacred story as it is retold and to the inexplicable, mysterious, wondrous transaction that was and still is taking place. Here is a day marked by the brokenness of the world. Yet all we are asked to do today is to be present to the sacred story as it is retold, and to the inexplicable, mysterious, wondrous transaction that was and still is taking place. Today is heavy with sorrow and filled with expectant hope. A few years ago, I heard a preacher on the radio quote this phrase. The preacher said, "We are Easter people in a Good Friday world." What he was saying to those he was speaking to is that we are people of hope. Even in the worst moments, in the lowest places, we have hope. Hope that God goes with us. Hope that all will be well. Hope that there will be those who care for us and surround us and uplift us even when we cannot stand ourselves. So this is the promise this evening, friends. We are Easter people. So in this gray day of uncertainty, may you open yourself up to how God is speaking. May you open yourself up to how God is moving. May you be present in the ups and downs of this day, and what it holds and what it means for us. But may you choose to remain hopeful and hope-filled amid your sorrow. Will you pray with me? Holy God, we watch for the hope that defies despair, the life that defies death, the beginning that defies the end. While we wait, while darkness covers the land of faith, remind us that no matter how abandoned we may feel, we are not alone. You, O God, have been with us and will not abandon us. So on this day, remind us that we call today good, not because the events were good, but because there is still hope amid the pain. Be with us now, O God, as we journey to the hope of resurrection. Be with us now as we sit with the sorrow. Be with us. Amen. Friends, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.